Yo, welcome to Fax and the King.
First episode, Beau. How you feeling? Fauché?
I'm fully torqued.
Fully torqued. Jack to the tits.
What?
Fully torqued, baby.
You gotta teach me the lingo. You gotta teach me the lingo throughout these shows, man. I don't know all your lingo yet, bro.
You can't really, just don't think too hard about it, man. Fully torqued means exactly what you think it means. I'll never forget. When I got drafted in 2014, 7th round pick, I was getting all these calls from like reporters. I didn't realize how intense the Philly media was, and they're hitting me up. I'd been, I was celebrating a little bit, Dr. Fax, I'm not going to lie to you. And one of these media members from Philly asked me how I was feeling about being drafted as a Philadelphia Eagle. And I told him I was fully torqued. I got a call from James Harris, who's like Chip Kelly's right-hand man, the next day. And he there was an article that came out, Beau Allen fully torqued to be Philadelphia Eagle. And he's like, we're going to need you to not say stuff like that anymore. Oh, and also, by the way, please delete the following photos from your Instagram page. Wow. So anyway, fully torqued is a good all-encompassing phrase that just means excited, Dr.
Let's
Fax.
go. Get torqued then, everybody.
Yeah.
Get
fully torqued.
Yeah, get fully torqued because we have an exciting show. And I just left a real exciting show. And that is It Is All a Blur tour. I got to go to Boston and visit my sister, my sister-in-law, my niece. But while I was out there, me and my girl got to go see Drake and 21 Savage in concert. But first,
how was it? Tell us about the show. What was the best song you heard, man?
Bro, but before the show, tell me about this. While we're waiting in this long-ass line outside the arena, me and my pregnant girlfriend are standing, and someone walks up to me, Beau, and goes, "Are you Dr. Fax?"
Whoa.
Ultimate Riz moment for me with my girl for that to happen. Out of state, too. Like, not in Charlottesville. This is in Boston, Massachusetts.
Let's fucking go.
And the kid was actually a Virginia Tech graduate, and I guess he said he actually went to high school with Chris and Kyle. He didn't tell me his name, but he was just like, yo, I just want to say what up. And that started off the night awesome, but the actual concert, unbelievable. Drake had these – I'm actually sad that I didn't take any mushrooms because Drake had these 4, robotic light show robots that were they had mirrors on them and they had arms that were it was kind of like synchronized dancing but with a light show, and it was just unbelievable. That mixed with he had an interactive stage, he had the young lookalike scene. It was a real good show. Start to finish, the show was unbelievable. And then my whole worry before the show and going to the show, because my girl is about 32 weeks pregnant, is the fact that I have a pregnant girlfriend in here at the show. How is it going to be? Are people going to be pushing? Is it going to be really crowded? How is it going to be? And right when we sit down in our seats, sure enough, there's a couple in front of us with a woman who's pregnant, who is exactly 32 weeks pregnant as well.
You guys were in the pregnant section.
I guess so. The ads and the ticket sales, they just know, they were you know what, we're going to put all the pregnant people all in one section. So they feel comfortable during the show. But the show was unreal, and it's funny. You wouldn't think it, but for the 21 Savage set, I kid you not, it was a stadium full of fauchés. A stadium full of fauchés just rapping every word, so excited for Savage to come out. And it's funny, I have a video. They both, when they started their sets, they came down through the crowd and through fans, which is really cool. And fans can kind of reach out and touch them, slap them fives. And there was a young kid that when Savage was walking down, the security first, the kid was too excited. They kind of like mushed him out the way. And then the kid pops back up into the screen and he just jumps and like hugs 21 Savage around his neck. And 21 Savage just kind of like pushes him like nicely, like, yo, get out the way. But it was a funny moment just to see how excited like people get to see their favorite artists perform. And it was actually a real good show, and for the amount of money the tickets were, like I think it was definitely worth it. Like top to bottom, it was definitely worth it. And I know you're a Drake hater.
I'm a Drake hater.
So but it's just that you've never seen a show and you missed your opportunity to see a show and to change your opinion, and that's on you. But you have a lovely memory of a wedding on a beach.
Hey, Fax, I am a Drake hater, but I would go to a Drake show with you. I feel like that could be a fun thing for Fax and the King.
It would be dope.
I'd check him out. I mean, he just doesn't do it for me, man. I'm only like half torqued on Drake. You know, I'm a third torqued. I'm not fully torqued on Drake like you. But that sounds like a lot more fun than the shit I've been up to this week, man. I moved into a short-term studio apartment in downtown Minneapolis, North Loop area. It's like 400 square feet, 0 out of 10 podcasting setup. But more importantly, I've been just fucking beefing with like the management group that runs this fucking apartment. I got a parking ticket on my moped that was parked in my parking spot in my garage. I got this sweet e-moped that I've been cruising around on. I posted it on my Instagram, but check it out. It's been so much fun. I get blazed and just rip around and explore the city on this moped.
So what was the ticket for? You're not allowed to park mopeds there.
They said I'm not allowed to park e-bikes or a bike in a parking spot, and I got like a huge final warning sticker put across this windshield. Like I have this cool little green windshield, and like I'm trying to get this thing off, man, and it's you know how like some of those stickers like stay on?
Dude,
like I couldn't get it off. It's fucking up my bike. Like, so I'm beefing with this dude hard. I've been sending out emails, and I was getting really petty with it too. It was pretty funny.
You're giving me PTSD, bro. The apartment building, I don't want to talk too much trash because I still live in it. They have this stupid rule that we're not allowed to back into our spots.
Oh,
like,
God.
And my car is rear-wheel drive, so one day, pending a snowstorm that we had, I said I'm backing into my spot so that at the very least, when this snows, I can shovel the front of my spot and I'll be able to pull out without damaging anyone's car, because my car is rear-wheel drive and like the back does this sway and shit like when there's ice and there's snow. So I did that. Tell me how, like you said, bro, they put one of those stickers on my window and, bro, they fined me $50 that they added to my rent, bro.
Bullshit. Yeah,
Yo.
mine was a $33 fine, man. So I'm in here like hot in my apartment emailing this dude. I sent him this email. It said, "Derek, thank you for an incredibly unhelpful email." And then just like was getting really like corporate petty with it. And then he didn't even bite on anything. Like he's not even engaging me, which is even more frustrating. So then I went to ChatGPT. And that's what all the kids are doing these days, folks. Like Chat GPT. I'm a student. Like we've talked about this. This is what we're doing. Us young kids that are with it. We're utilizing AI. And so I had Chat GPT write out this email that was like legitimately like a minute. Like it was long. So I'm gonna send that to him. If this doesn't get resolved, we're gonna get real petty with it. But the other thing I did is like I got this truck, and so I have my truck in the parking spot, and it's a big truck. And I bought this like trailer that attaches to like the hitch just along the back with this little ramp up. And so I'm just going to fucking park my truck in my parking spot, get really petty, and then put my moped on the back of it. And that's going to be my little vehicle situation.
But
that's
hey,
where you can't park my moped in the parking spot, but I can park my moped on my car in my parking spot.
That is definitely problem solving, and I don't think they could do anything about that. Like that is.
You know the Dave Chappelle skit? Modern problems require modern solutions. So, fuck you, Derek from DRG. I'm going to figure this shit out, man. And it's going to be even more inconvenient for you.
Beef of the week. That is a nice beef. My beef of the week goes out to Russell Wilson and Future. back-to-back years, right before NFL camp is starting, Future decides to drop some diss bars towards his son's stepfather, which I think is crazy.
That's so funny. Because
Last
camp is
year-
already, like, right before camp facts. Like, you know how you just
Dude.
get anxiety? Like, like, all the guys are probably reporting in, like, 5 days or whatever. Future probably had this shit planned out to release it right before camp just to
marketing.
stress Russell out a little bit
Yes.
more. Yeah, just to give him a
Because-
little further pre-camp anxiety.
Listen, because you know how the locker room is, bro. You're always going to have, you have Future stands. Future has, like, fans that are literally stands of him. And especially in a football locker room, or I think any sports locker room in general, Future is a favorite. What is it, Midnight Madness, whatever song? Like, I've probably heard that song so many times. And
March
like,
Madness.
Look. I knew Fauché would correct me, but I've heard that song so many times, and I've heard people even say they even think that song is the greatest song of all times. But I just imagine when you're in a locker room, if you have your iPod on shuffle, what happens if this song comes on or a Future song comes on in the locker room and you're in there with Russell? Like,
Bro, Russell probably banned all Future from the locker room. Didn't he do that in Seattle one year?
but bro, like I
That was a rumor?
understand the banning of it, but it's just, dude, like, what if it comes on? Like, I don't know. It's just funny. It's a funny beef. It's kind of petty because it's obviously, unless something's going on behind the scenes, it's obviously a one-sided beef. But it's interesting.
Well, I love how Future's kind of kicking Russell when he's down a little bit, you know? Like, Russell's a little exposed after the year he had last year.
Yes, exactly.
He doesn't have his office in the building anymore, you know? He didn't play very well.
And so if he has another bad year, I think this is going to be a pattern where we see Future summertime, a song he's going to drop some bars on someone else's track about Russell.
We've got our beef of the week. How about our drip king of the week? Notre Dame quarterback Sam Hartman had to get a rib removed this past summer. And, you know, I don't know what most people think about doing with their ribs, but his mom had the bright idea to take this removed rib and turn it into a necklace that he's decided he is going to wear for the entirety of the season.
And then I was reading the article. It said he's gonna be puka shells and a rib. But, like, I want to know why exactly he had this rib removed. Like, did he break it and he had to get it removed, or like did he like hear that story about Marilyn Manson? You know what I'm talking about, that we all heard growing up? He's like, yeah, fuck it. Like, let me get this thing out. You know, like, how exactly does that work?
It was removed after he was diagnosed with blood clotting, so it's supposed to help prevent blood clotting. But
Oh,
now
man.
is become
You
a
should feel
piece of
bad now,
jewelry
Bo.
for him.
You should feel
Yeah,
bad,
well-
bro. Look, you're making jokes about sucking dick. This guy is over there trying to cure blood clots. Like, shout out to him that he was able to do that, man.
I'm just trying to put a positive spin on this, man. Like, you know, it sucks that he's got these blood clotting issues, but now he might be flexible enough to suck his own dick. You know, we're always looking
my
on the
God.
positive side of this thing. Facts?
Here we
Come
go.
on.
How long? Over under. How long are we going to? Is it going to be until we see a girl with his ribs around her neck? Because I
Hey,
feel like
hey, baby, I got a bone for you. I got a bone for you.
I feel like Riz moment, like, at some point, if he's drunk, being a college kid, that necklace is going around some girl's neck, like, baby, like, I'll give you my rib, like, here you go.
Yeah. You'll always carry around this piece of me, you know? This was
Or-
inside of me at some point.
Or what drunk asshole is going to go up to him and be like, I'll break your ribs, and just smash that necklace.
Like, what's he doing with the rib, though? It's just sitting, it's just chilling in, like, some formaldehyde or something like that. It's, like, going through the process of being, like, I want to know the exact formula for how you turn a piece of human bone into a necklace. Like this
don't
is
know.
some real Jeffrey Dahmer shit, man.
I don't know why, but I feel like Beau, in your past life, you're a taxidermist, so you should know the answer to this. I feel like if anyone would know how to do this, it would be you.
That'd be a fun hobby for me to pick up. Facts. Let's go. I'm gonna go digging up graves, finding some bones, turn them into necklaces and shit.
No, not a grave digger.
So on the note of quarterbacks, Netflix released Quarterback this past week, and me and all my buddies have been watching it and really enjoying it, although I know there are some differing opinions in this group.
My opinion, it's fucking boring, man. I thought it was boring. We need more Jackson Mahomes to liven this show up.
Quarterbacks are pretty boring, man. I don't know. I think it's, like I said, I think the demographic is probably Fauché, like you and your boys. And for ex-players and current players, it's just like for real, I think Hard Knocks is really like the best show that kind of can get all types of football fans like really engaged. But a lot of shows are trying to mimic that, and I think they just have the sauce.
Yeah, I mean, I loved Full Swing and the what was the tennis one that they did? Like, I watched all that and F1 Drive to Survive. I'm a big fan of those shows, but I think kind of like what you were saying, Fax, like once you peek behind the curtain a little bit and you spend time around the facility and around these quarterbacks, and you understand like what their daily life is like, it's not quite as fascinating for us. I think the most interesting thing kind of that I got from watching it was like Kirk Cousins in my mind has always been pretty boring. And like Marcus Mariota is a super nice guy, he's a great dude, great athlete, good quarterback, but like it's kind of boring too, man. The thing that I thought was interesting about Cousins, at least, is like that he doesn't do any football work on Tuesdays on his off day. I was a little bit surprised to learn that because like he's such a guy that's like, you know, routine oriented and like he's very focused and shit like that. But like, so I was surprised to hear that he didn't do shit on a Tuesday. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, like there wasn't anything in there that was like super captivating to me, you know, because I feel like I've kind of seen it all. I don't know.
And we know at the end of the day, the quarterback is the focal point of the media for that entire franchise. So you really can't get the real, like, what's going on. And we know that. And I feel like if realistically any other position, like you can follow them around and a guy can probably be going to the club and really showing himself, having a good time and still working out and working hard and doing these type of things, and it wouldn't be scrutinized. But if it was a quarterback really like living his life and really letting the cameras in on what he's doing and like what he's doing outside of the locker room, I don't think organizations would let any type like that type of footage even really come out.
Yeah, everyone's so conscious of their image these days, you know, in today's heightened media atmosphere that you're not going to get anything super exciting, especially from dudes like Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And
give me a Mike Vick one. Well, follow Mike Vick around. You know, that's interesting to me.
So on that note, then, what other position groups would you guys want to have a documentary like this made about? So if the quarterback's got to, you know, stay behind the curtain.
Easy. Defensive tackle. Got to do the D-line, the big boys. They have the best storylines, and not to be negative, but to look at all aspects of it, I feel like D tackles are a lot of time in the media outside of football for incidents, which I think that just ties into the storyline. But recently...
Yeah. Fauché, that's a very like biased question because I'm fucking nose guard. Nate's a D tackle. Like we're obviously the best athletes on the field, the most exciting, the best looking. I mean, fucking check this shit out. Fall around like I want to see you fall around like the big ass. Like we're the biggest nose guards, D tackles, interior D linemen in the league right now. Vita Vea, Jordan Davis, Dexter Lawrence. Like follow these dudes around and I just want to see like give me like just a camera of everything Vita's eating for the day. Like he's got to be legit 370 right now. Like let me see what my guy's getting up to. Let me see his plate, you know, at breakfast in the cafeteria. But yeah, I mean we're biased, man. Like fucking nose guards, defensive tackles are way more exciting than quarterbacks.
Hell yeah. And then this is a viral clip that's been going around from Raw Room podcast where their hosts are talking about how linebackers, a lot of time in games, they scream out the calls, and if a D tackle is tired, he acts like he can't hear.
Yeah, I saw your comment on this. First of all, this clip was just straight up triggering to me, man. Because like, how many times have you had it where you're fucking grinding? You know what I mean? Like 2 minute is the most exhausting thing for a defensive tackle.
No,
in the
but
thing.
it's not only 2 minute. It's the unexpected hurry up that's grinding. It's just like in 2 minute, at least like you can have your mental ready. If your mental doesn't always match up with your stamina and your breathing, but you can at least be mentally ready. But that like all of a sudden hurry up offense, and you're just out there. Yeah, he's trying to say that we can't hear. Linebackers scream calls like they have marbles in their mouth. Like, that's BS. Like, linebackers, y'all be tired as hell too, and y'all be so focused on looking at the play that y'all make a lot of wrong calls in those situations. Like, also, so I don't want to hear it. And just like you, I was very triggered.
Yeah. I was getting angry. I was watching that clip getting angry. I had some friends send me that clip, and I'm like, you guys don't fucking know. Like, how many times have you been told by a linebacker, like, to line up somewhere, and they're wrong, and you know they're wrong? And there's always, like, that one dude that you got to look out for a little bit, like, okay, he really doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And then you don't know, like, okay, so I'm going to tap my – like, for you guys that don't know, if you get a call or an adjustment or whatever when you're on the field, you'll see guys, like, tap it off. Just, like, it's really to let – it's to let the linebacker know you got the call, but really it's to let the video – so when your coaches are watching tape, to know that you got the call. So you'll kind of like get a call, you'll know it's wrong, you'll look at them and be like,
so you can
is this
snitch,
what you want?
So you can snitch without snitching.
Yeah.
So you can clearly be like, you clearly see I'm tapping, but I'm not going to call you out right now. But you guys see I'm tapping to let y'all know that this linebacker is not making the right call at all.
I got this wrong ass call. And then you're just like, well, fuck, I'm fucked on this rep. Like this rep's over. I can write this one off.
So shout out to Mel Tucker, one of my great old coaches. He would say to the linebackers, you need to be loud and wrong. It's okay to be loud and wrong so that everyone's wrong on the same page. And the linebackers in those situations, they want to mumble so later on they could be like, nah, I said this call. Y'all just didn't hear me. Y'all didn't hear me. Like, it's BS. It's BS. It's very triggering.
Yeah, those motherfuckers are just as tired as us too. By the way,
D-linemen out there, exactly. D-linemen know, they know. I know linebackers, man. Linebackers, y'all be dog tired, bro. Like y'all are just D-linemen for real. Like y'all are like a lot of y'all are a few hamburgers away from being hand on the ground. So don't act like we're the only ones out there being dog tired for real. Did you have to do the 300 test? For listeners out there, there's a conditioning test that all football players dread, and it's usually at the start of camp or at the end of camp. And it's like if you don't pass this, you have to do it again to get to the season. And it's a 50-yard shuttle, 50-yard back, 50-yard back, 50-yard back for 300 yards, and every position group has a time limit. By the third rep, you have to do this 3 times and make your time limit 3 different times with a short break, maybe 2 minutes in between doing each 300 drill. By time for D linemen, when you get to that third 300, when you get to the 150-yard mark, your ears go out. Like for people, if you ever play Call of Duty and you get the flashbang and they simulate that ringing, that's what happens to your ears. So linebackers, you guys have to know. You have to know that D linemen, that happens to us. So when we're tired, you need to make those calls louder. And sometimes maybe you do need to come up and slap us on the side and be like, "Hey, move over," so that like we can get the call. You just gotta know what's up.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about it. If you slap me into the right gap or the right alignment, fine, great. More power to you, man. Put me where the fuck I gotta be. As long as you come the fuck downhill and get these double teams off me, I'm happy. Move me around. I'll be your little chess piece, you know? I'll do whatever you want to do. But if I'm getting a fucking power double as a 3 technique, come on down and bring that tackle off me, baby. That's all I fucking care about. If you don't, then I'm fucking, we have problems. I'm not happy with you. But the 300-yard shuttle, like, I feel like when you just say, like, 50 back, 50 back, 50 back, like, it sounds, people are like, oh, that doesn't sound bad. No. Go out in your fucking driveway, in your street, and go run one of those 3 or 4 times, and then let me know what you're hearing, because it's not pretty.
Fauché said he did cross country in high school, so I wonder how he would do on the 300 shuttle. If you like, what position would you say? A wide receiver? There's no way you could do wide receiver times.
No fucking way.
Like, bro, you watch the wide receiver group do the shuttle, and you're just like, holy shit! The pace that they have to keep up is so crazy.
They're burning, dude.
Oh my god.
So how about the Wiz Khalifa throwing out the first pitch at the Pirates game yesterday while both high and on shrooms, and taking to Twitter beforehand so that he makes sure that every single person in the world knows it when he throws out this first pitch?
Yeah, was that preemptive from him? Like, you see how bad like 50 Cent's first pitch was, and he gets made fun of that years later. So Wiz, like, as like a coping, like a defense mechanism, he's like, hey, by the way, like, I'm really fucked up on shrooms. I'm high as hell, just so that if he threw out a horrible pitch, he's protected. That's what I think.
Well, to be honest, after I got a chance to throw out the first pitch at the White Sox, and
that's sick, Fax.
Being on shrooms probably would have been it would have made that experience probably a lot better. I actually, fortunately, I threw a strike. And I kind of want to go to the archives and see how many people have thrown strikes at the start of like for whatever celebrity like first pitch throwouts. I lobbed it, but I lobbed it because I did not want to be remembered like some of these other people who are just trying to throw as hard as they can. And really, what it is, you don't realize unless you play baseball. First off, the mound is really high off the ground. And I think it's way higher than I anticipated. So that's one thing. And it's really far. It's really, really far. It's not close. So for you to go out there and not, like, if you're not a baseball player, just expect, oh, I'm going to throw a strike is kind of like, it's a little mental. And I wonder.
That's what I'm doing. I'm bringing the heat. I'm going to be like, I'll throw that shit right into the ground, but it's going to be fast as fuck. I'm not lobbing it. I'm gonna be in the locker room before doing all the shit that quarterbacks do, you know, getting my arm warmed up, and I'm ripping that ball.
But here's the thing:
I want to pretend like I'm a pitcher, bro. I'm gonna go out there and throw that heat,
dude. When I did mine, like they almost don't let you warm up because the worst case scenario is that like you throw a bad pitch that they can just keep replaying, honestly. And I feel like that's part of the stick. Like they tell you, yeah, we'll show you this and you can warm up here, and then like you do all this stuff, they show you through the suite, the nice box, and they give you some snacks, and before you even know it, you're like, okay, when I'm gonna get my warm-up pitch, and they're like, nope, come on, here you go, like we're ready for you right now. And the way Wiz Khalifa threw the ball looked like he was just ready to get it over with. But that is a funny clip. That's definitely a funny clip.
That's a bucket list item for me, Fax. You got me beat on that one. I've never thrown out a first pitch, man.
Okay, so bucket list, let's put it out there. This is our first show. This is episode number 1 of Fax and the King, and we anticipate a lot of episodes. So what team can we reach out to try to get you maybe out there?
So I want to say the Twins. I'm here in Minneapolis.
Okay.
Twins fan growing up. Kirby Puckett, the gang. But let's start a little smaller. I need to work up my way to the Twins, you know. So we're going with the St. Paul Saints.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
we'll start small. I'll go rip one into the dirt at the St. Paul Saints.
Why you gotta say that
Stadium.
though? Why can't you just practice and not like? How about you represent us the right way? I threw a strike. You could throw a strike too, bro.
I'm gonna throw a strike. I'm gonna throw heat. It's gonna be great.
Not into the dirt.
the Saints. I'm saving the real heat for the Twins. And then once they see how I'm just ripping those fastballs, maybe I get a call. You know, you never fucking know. Fax, like rookie of the year, baby.
So Fax might have gotten his first pitch, but Beau, you've got a little bit of stardom under your belt too, as part of a proud member at that of the Actors Guild from your times on screen.
Proud member of the Screen Actors Guild. Yeah, you might have got that first pitch, but I did get to go on an episode of It's Always Sunny. Fax.
Hey,
season 13, episode 8.
Sorry
Check
to
it out.
Sorry to tell you, but you're breaking you're breaking your actor's little strike right here with the first episode of Fax and the King. So I don't think you'll be getting any more callbacks for Sunny in Philadelphia. How do you feel about that?
Dude, I'm a scab. That's what they call it when you break the picket line. You're a scab. What can I, dude? We got to produce content, man. You know, I'm over here. You got to do what you got to do. I'm worried because there's a lot of good, movies, TV shows and stuff like that coming out. And this, this strike might really affect my binge watching in the future. I'm a little concerned because there's some good shit that I'm trying to keep up with.
No,
what I mean?
I agree. So because of the strike, at some point, if this strike really goes on long, we're gonna kind of see replacement actors or replacements step in to these.
Yeah,
roles.
I've already broken the picket line, man. Fucking bring me back. What do you need from me? I think I could play. I got a lot of range, man. I could play a lot of different. I could do a lot of different stuff.
Oh yeah.
What would you What would you cast me in?
I would want to be Mike Lowry in the new Bad Boys. because that character, you get to drive the best cars. Like, they're gonna have the best chicks in that movie. You probably get a chance to do some cool stunts. I think that the new Bad Boys. But I was thinking about casting myself in a few different biopics also.
A biopic.
Yes. Yes.
Facts. You're putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable, man. It's biopic.
What? No, it's biopic.
I've never heard that in my life.
Yeah, it's biopic.
Yeah.
Biopic.
Yes.
Biopic.
It's not biopic.
Biography, picture, biopic.
A biopic is what you put for your main photo on Twitter,
No.
or Instagram. Your biopic. No way, bro. I do not believe this.
No, I will. Back to what I was saying. I will want to produce a Marshawn Lynch biopic, yo.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Right, just about his playing days. They say he says he was drinking Hennessy before every game.
He's drinking Hennessy and eating Skittles, man.
I think that would be lit, or even a biopic of someone like Jason Derulo, who is.
What about a biopic of you, just like you're Abraham Lincoln?
Lincoln, no.
Yeah. I mean, if Daniel Day-Lewis can do it, I think you can, Fax. He's probably not breaking the picket line, He's like an actor through and through.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to be Honest Abe, yo. I'll pass on him.
I think you got the range to pull off Honest Abe, man. In the biopic.
Yeah,
I can't believe the moment we get off air, I'm looking this shit up. But we gotta get it in because there's this strike is gonna fuck up all the content coming out of Hollywood. Thank God we have Oppenheimer and Barbie coming out this week. And here's some shit you can talk to your girl about, Fax. Cillian Murphy, who's Tommy Shelby, he's playing Oppenheimer.
Yep.
15-minute sex scene.
Whoa.
15 minutes. Yes.
Bro,
he is hanging dong.
Wait. I've never watched a porno for 15 minutes straight. So you mean to tell me you're sitting in the movie theater, you're going to have to sit through a 15 minutes?
Bro, there's a reason that this is the movie of the summer, man. 15-minute sex scene. Cillian Murphy's hanging dong. Florence Pugh apparently has a nude scene as well.
Wait.
Full frontal.
When you say, bro,
Full frontal.
When you say hanging dong, first off, Paul, like what does that exactly mean?
That means that hopefully, I mean, I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet. I got an 11:30 showing on Sunday. I can't wait for it. But I guess that means that he's pulling out his dick on camera. I think that's the showman's term for it. You know, as somebody that's in the Screen Actors Guild, I can tell you that, you know.
So something to talk to your girl about. What are you talking to your girl about when that scene comes on?
I'm not talking at all. I'm just enjoying it. You know, 15 minutes of silence. I'm taking notes the whole time, man. I don't want to miss a single frame.
Would you be pissed off if she asked or if she made a comment about his size?
Not at all, man. That's all. First of all, I want to know if that's actually, so like I haven't seen the movie yet. I have a lot to learn about Cillian Murphy and his dong hanging scene that's coming up.
God.
Do they use a fake dick for this? Like, that's what I want to know. You know, the people, like,
Is it historically accurate?
Exactly. Like, I'd imagine there's going to be a good amount of bush involved because Christopher Nolan is committed to like this period piece that's very historically accurate. You know, I'm worried about Oppenheimer had a fucking massive bush. Let's see how committed we are to that. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun history lesson.
You're a weirdo. You're crazy.
Bro, that's what Hollywood knows how to get asses in the seats, man. And a 15-minute sex scene is the right way to do it. You're telling me you never watched Peaky Blinders and want to know what Tommy Shelby's packing? Get the fuck out of here.
Nope. But I hope you enjoy the movie because I'm gonna take the first weekend and I'm gonna put my money towards the Barbie movie because my girl really wants to see it, and believe it or not, it looks like it's gonna be a fire movie. So I'm actually excited to see it, and now hearing that this death movie has a 15-minute sex scene in it also, I think that will not equate well in the box office. I think we're too fake censored like nowadays, and I don't think that's gonna rock. And if that is the type of media that's going around it, I think that's gonna hurt the sales a little bit. I think people will be embarrassed to watch that like in person, like with in a full theater. I think some people or a lot of people wouldn't be comfortable with that. And knowing that going on, I wonder if people are just going to opt out of watching that or waiting till it comes out on video, and or you just walking out of the movie theater for like, hey, a 15-minute smoke break and peek back in and just see if, hey, are the titties put away yet? and then go back to your seat.
No, man, if this is a movie about, you know, a lot of death, you need some love in there too, man. You got to even it out. 15 minutes of love, whew.
Bro. 15.
Honestly, that might not be enough.
Bro, 15 minutes is a long time, bro. It's a long time.
You're the one with the baby coming, not me, Fax. You know, you probably know better than me.
That is very true.
Well, Fax, I mean, a record performance from you today, stellar. Only one at the end of the day on the books. So I think that means it's going to go to you. What do you have?
At the end of the day, make sure you guys tune in every Wednesday to the Fax and the King. I am giving my first one to us, guys, and I'm excited for the future. And episode 1, I think, went amazing, and thank you for everyone for listening. Make sure you follow on all social medias at the Fax and the King. And don't be afraid to interact with us on social medias. Get in our DMs. Leave us some comments, some suggestions, things you guys want to see, maybe things that you guys don't want to see. We look forward to hearing from everybody.
Yerp.
Yerp.